therefore they lower your taxes.
Got you.
So guys, the first thing you need to understand is, the first thing you need to ask yourself as a business owner is like, yo, what am I paying for personally that I should be paying for out of my business account, right? My cell phone bill, my internet, my vehicle expenses, my Apple Watch, my health insurance as a business owner is tax deductible. Education as a business owner is tax deductible, bro. I probably spent $65,000, maybe $70,000 on my personal development this year between mentorships, courses, because it's all tax deductible to me. And I know it's going to help me make more money, but it's also going to lower my taxable income. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big thing, right? So like all these things that we don't get to deduct when we're a W-2 employee, now we business owner. So that's the first thing I want you all to do. Look around your apartment, look at your expenses, and ask yourself the question of, what of these expenses should I be paying out of my business account? Then I want you to switch those expenses from your personal account to your business account.
Hey, y'all need to write this down.
Yeah,
y'all need to, like what expenses can you move over to your business? Because that's so real. And I see we do have a question. Somebody, they're asking, Meet the Zillionaires asking, what's the max on deductions that you can take? Is there a limit?
So some deductions have limits, but a lot of them don't. So a lot of these deductions can take you to the negative, right? So if you had, and I'll go over the ones that have a limit, but like when if your business had $10,000 worth of income and you had $20,000 worth of write-offs, you have a $10,000 loss, right? Which if you have a job, that $10,000 loss will lower your income at work. So like it'll lower your tax liability. So there's no max on a lot of deductions. One of the deductions that does have a max on it is the auto deduction. So can I give them the game on how to write off a car in their business right quick?
Let's do it.
Okay, so guys, here's the play. And I don't teach y'all anything I don't do myself, right? So just to give y'all clarity, I just got my Mercedes-Benz AMG truck maybe like a month ago. And I literally got this car because it saved me $50,000 in taxes. And the way that it works, if you have a business and you go buy a vehicle in your business name, you get to write off 100% of the cost of that vehicle if that vehicle weighs over 6,000 pounds. So I literally searched all vehicles over 6,000 pounds. I found my Mercedes-Benz, like a GLE 550 or whatever, and the car costs $100,000, right? So picture this, bro. I'm gonna give you an easy number. If I had $100,000 in net income in my business, my tax bill would be about 40 grand, right? About 40%. But so I would have to pay a $40,000 tax bill. But instead, if I had $100,000 net income and I went and financed this $100,000 vehicle, I get to write off the whole $100,000 vehicle
that year.
So it took my net income down from $100,000 down to zero. So literally getting the car of my dreams saved me $40,000 in taxes. That's insane.
I encourage you, do the math. If you don't want to do the math, contact your accountant. In my case, I recommend that you ask them about a Section 179 tax deduction. A vehicle of this size and weight is potentially fully tax deductible.
That's insane. So, guys, y'all have to understand this. Like, if this, drop some fire emojis, y'all. If that made sense, you can get the car of your dreams, and you can write off the full cost of the vehicle the year you purchase it if the car weighs over 6,000 pounds.
If the car weighs over 6,000. So I guess like my one question for a car, like for somebody to do that, should they? Well, I just want to stress this: if you're gonna do that, make sure you're making the money, guys.
Yeah, hey, make the bag first. Okay,
get the bag first.
Get the bag. Never, but
I know people here and they jump to, I can get an AMG. Get the bag first, but this is a strategy, like you just said, to save.
Chill out. Your car that you buy should never be more than 15% of the money brought in from your business. So if you're not making, if you're not making $1 million, don't buy a $150,000 car, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You still want to make sense. But for me, at the end of the year, I'm like, I'm either gonna give this money to the IRS, or I'm gonna get the car that I want, and I'm gonna save $1,000 on taxes. So I can't stress that enough. Like, please don't buy a car that you can't afford if you don't have the money in your business, right?
Yes. I just gotta stress that to people because I know I see people thinking like, man, I'm gonna go get me the AMG, and it's like, bro, you're not there yet. But listen, this is a strategy for when you get there. Keep that in your back pocket. You can get that dream car, and now you got you wrote off that 100K in that 1 year. And so, if I didn't want to write off the whole 100K in that year, could I still do that?
Yeah, you can do 50 this year. Let's say you only have $50,000 in net income. You can do 50 this year. You can do 50 the next year, right? I personally needed the whole 100. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at my numbers, right? But so make sure you have the money, y'all. But again, you can push this in the future years as well.
I like that. I like that. So going back to the ordinary and necessary part of things. For people that like just don't get it, what defines ordinary and necessary for the business, like with the cars, right? Because I know that was why I hit you up. I was like, I mean, I'm a social media business. How can I buy a car in this? Like, can you get a little bit more into the weeds on ordinary and necessary so people can kind of like get a better understanding and understand like how they can operate within that?
Yeah. So let's talk about the ordinary first. I think people overdo this. Like ordinary means it can't be extremely lavish, right? So like buying designer clothes and trying to write that off, that's not going to work because that's not an ordinary expense. Now people can argue that an AMG truck is not ordinary, but if I'm using it for social media content, right? Or I need a truck because because I want to do some outdoor stuff with my car. You don't want to go crazy. Like you don't want to buy a $500,000 car and say it's ordinary, right? So you want to make sure it's not extremely lavish. But I always run the play of if it is lavish, I'm using my car for social media, right? I'm doing videos in front of my car. That's how I'm able to circumvent that. But then the necessary part is you need it. You just need it. I need a car to get around. Even if you have a social media company, bro. If I'm like, hey man, we need to have a meeting today. How do you get to that meeting, right? We need to have a meeting.
Gotta have some type of transportation.
Exactly, brand partnership, bro. Like so you still need to get around. So you still can, even if you don't drive that much, you still can write off the car because it's necessary. You need to get from point A to point B. What if you want to get an office? How you get from here to your office, right? So the necessary part is you just have to need it. You just have to need it. And I tell people like just don't pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered is a saying, and that means that don't be greedy, be smart, right? Find the line and ride it well, right? Don't go super crazy, right? It's not worth it. Don't buy things you can't afford.
That's the number one thing, man. So I do want to go back into these strategies because you was giving game, man. I just wanted to clarify some things. I just wanted to get that out there. So what was the next strategy that you wanted to share? I know I kind of hopped in the middle whenever you.
No, because I think that's important, right? I never want to be the person giving the good without the nuances, right? I don't want to send nobody off, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to send nobody off. So I appreciate you going into the nuance, right? So the second thing I think is very important that most people are missing out on is how to get the IRS to pay a portion of their rent, right? So guys, if you want the IRS to pay a portion of your rent, put rent in the comments because I'm gonna give y'all the game. I'm gonna give y'all a game. I need these 15 rents in the comments.
I need to see that in the comments. Let's see that one. I need the little house too.
Give me a rent or a house emoji. Give me rent or a house emoji, okay? Because I don't give this one away a lot for free, but I see so many people missing out on it, right? Like I have to remind my clients, like, yo, we need to get your home office expense so we can write it off. Let's see, we got rent.
I done counted 4.
Marcus Reed, okay, we got Marvin, we got Fleming Tracy, True Grit, okay. Strong Vision. All right, we getting
there. We ain't there. I need y'all to drop it. Let that go. I know y'all want this game. If you just starting out, like you said, if you working that 5 to 9 business, this is major game right here. And real quick, before you drop this game, Carter, do you need an LLC to take advantage of this, or can you just be like a sole proprietor?
Yeah. So guys, every tax deduction that we talked about so far, you don't need an LLC. You can be a sole proprietor to get all these, right? Getting an LLC does not make you any more tax deductible, right? But I want you to have an LLC because I want you to protect your assets. I want you to protect yourself. But if you haven't yet got your LLC, don't miss out on these tax savings. That's a great point, bro. That's a great point.
I wanted to ask that real quick. and they dropping these houses like crazy, man. Y'all make sure y'all sending this to 5 people as well. But I'm gonna let Carter get y'all the game, man, because we probably got about 50 of them things in there now.
Yeah. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all being with it. But again, go ahead and send this out because again, the more people we teach, right, the more people that we help. So go ahead and send this out to 5 people, and I'll give you I'll give you all the game. But again, I want you all to have an LLC. If you have a business, like get that LLC because you want to protect yourself from potential litigation. But here's how the play works on how to get the IRS to pay your rent. And I don't know about you, bro. You in Kentucky? Where you at?
Oh, I'm in Dallas.
You in Dallas? Okay, right. I think I might move this. But like, it's LA, bro. LA rent is expensive. Let me tell you something.
Bro, I'm telling you, Dallas is the wave, man. Come pull up on us out here. Dallas, Texas, man. But it's like everything you see in Atlanta, Dallas have all that. It's just not put on the forefront. We just keeping quiet about it.
No, I've been to Dallas before. My ex roommate lived out there, bro. Like y'all Sunday fun days is insane. Like y'all, hey, I'm telling you, next time I'm out there, I know you're out there. I'm gonna hit you up, bro. Here goes the game. So again, so LA rent is expensive. So let's say LA rent. Let's say your rent in LA is about $4,000 a month, right? Let me teach y'all how to get the IRS to pay for a portion of your rent. So number one, you have to have a business, right? You have to have a business. Everything we talk about, you have to be a business owner, right? Number two, you have to have a home office. Now, this could be a bedroom in your apartment, or it could be like your basement if you have a house, or it could be like just a corner of your living room. So if y'all see, my home office is this corner of my living room. You know what I'm saying? So you have to have a home office, and that home office has to be a dedicated space to work. It can't be like your kitchen table in your home office. It has to be a dedicated space where you work from, right? So here's how you run the play. If you have a business, you have a home office, what you need to do is get the square footage of that home office, okay? Mm-hmm. So let's say your home office is 250 square feet, right? You take the width times the length. Let's say it's 250 square feet. And then let's say your whole apartment is 1,000 square feet, right? Mm-hmm. You with me so far?
I'm following. Y'all following us?
Not you, people. Again, I know you got it. So if your office is 250 square feet and your apartment is 1,000 square feet, that basically means that your home office represents 25% of your whole apartment. Mm-hmm. So due to that fact, the IRS says, hey, you can then take 25% of all expenses associated with your home and write that off on your taxes as home office expense. So let's say your rent is $4,000 a month. Mm-hmm. 25% of $4,000 is $1,000. So you get a $12,000 home office deduction for working from the crib, which is a blessing anyway. Like, I love working from home, bro. Like, you see, I got the floor-to-ceiling windows. Like I love working here, right? I got the city view. You mean to tell me the IRS is gonna pay me $1,000 a month to work from the crib?
Yo, that's crazy. And all you got to do is have at least 25% of your crib blocked off as the home office.
It still got to be, at least it's whatever the percent is, bro. If your home office represents 10% of your apartment, then you take 10% times the rent, utilities, electricity, all that. So you just take whatever percentage of your home office. And this works if you have a mortgage too. If you have let's say your basement is your home office. Let's say your basement is 30% of your crib. Now 30% of your mortgage interest, property taxes, HOA fees, utilities, all that becomes tax deductible. So many people in COVID were working from home, but they're not writing it off on their taxes. They don't know yet.
Hey, this man just sprinkled y'all with some game, bro.
I was saying, I don't get that game away for free. So I'm gonna need some gem emojis in the comments if y'all gonna run this play, because so many of you all work from home this year because COVID made you all. And if you bought a desk, bought an office space, whatever, and you have a home office, you need to take whatever percentage of that area, whether it's 10%, 25%, 30%, and multiply it by your rent, utilities, and all that, and that is going to be your home office deduction. And this is a huge tax deduction, y'all. Huge.
Because housing is one of your biggest expenses.
Telling you.
Housing is what the average person, I think housing is like 50 to 60% of their, what you call it, like.
And that's we need to do better as a people, because that's ridiculous. But that's the average, right? That's the average, right?
Yeah, it is way too high when you think about it.
No, I mean, like, average, I think it's 40, 50%. That's ridiculous. My rent is expensive, but like it ain't no comparison to like what my income is. But like, but the point is, y'all, you all have to learn these things, right? Information changes situations, right? getting this information can change your situation, your family situation, everybody around you. That's why I stress the importance of like getting in the room, right? Because every time I get in the room, the more I learn, the more I earn. I have no problem paying to get in rooms because every time I get a piece of information, the more I learn, the more I earn. And I tell people all the time, bro, the easiest way to make more money, is to pay less taxes. Period. The easiest way to make more money is pay less taxes. You don't got to ask for a raise. You don't got to find more clients. You don't got to raise your prices. The easiest way to make more money is to pay less taxes. Period.
Simple as that.
Period.
They're going to take 40% and you can save, like you just said, you save 20% of that. You just became 20% more profitable.
You just got 20% richer overnight because you understand, right? You understand the importance and how to work this. Like when I'm telling you all, it's new to us, but like Jeff Bezos doing this, all the wealthy people, Grant Cardone is doing all this, like all these things that we're just now learning about. It's been done for years. We just need to get better information. That's why I'm so, as you can see, I'm so geeked, I'm so adamant about teaching people what the wealthy people do so we can start saving money as well.
Thanks. We need it. We behind the 8 ball, bro. We behind it. So I keep seeing Meek. She got this question, man, about nonprofits. She keep mentioning nonprofits. Do you speak on like nonprofits?
I don't speak on nonprofits because nonprofits are taxed differently. Mm-hmm. So I personally don't work with nonprofits.
I know you focus on business owners.
Yeah. So who's that? Meeks. If you send me a DM, shoot me a DM, and I'm gonna put you in tune with my guy, my other CPA friend who specializes in nonprofits. But I stick to what I know. I ain't gonna say y'all off. I stick to what I know. You know what I'm saying? Can I give them one more important gem that they can use right now?
Yeah. Hey, I'm here for all the sauce. Cause look, you teaching me some things right now. I'm like, man, look, I need to go in here and take advantage of this home office because I got the desk set up at the apartment right now, and I ain't taking advantage of it right now.
Yeah, I mean, look, look, that's the point of learning. Like we all know, we all have people that are better than us in certain areas, right? So I'm always open to learn from anybody I can. I'm smart in my niche, but not outside of that. So again, like any game I can get you, bro, was a blessing to me. Because if I can help you, then you can help somebody else. I know you're gonna pass it down. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how it goes.
That's how it should go, right? That's how it should go. But so here's the last thing I'll tell y'all. And this is what I want to tell y'all this because you need to be doing this right now, especially you, bro. So most people don't know, but at the end of the year, you can prepay expenses for next year and get the write-off this year. So what I do at the end of the year, I think about what expenses can I pay in December that I'm gonna need to pay in January, February, March anyway. So I'm prepaying my Facebook ad spend for next year. So if I know I'm gonna need 20K in ads over the next 3 months, I'm gonna pay that in December, and I'm gonna get that write-off this year because I'm prepaying my expenses. And here's the dope part: you don't have to use cash. You can use your credit card. You can use your business loan to prepay these expenses. So I'm prepaying contractors. I'm prepaying ads. I'm prepaying marketing expenses. I'm prepaying everything I need that I know I'm gonna need. In the next 3 months.
You're gonna spend the money anyway.
You're gonna spend the money anyway. So why not get the write-off now so you pay less taxes and have more cash on hand next year? So ask yourself, what expense can I prepay in December that I know this is gonna help me make more money January, February, March? You know what I'm saying? So that's what people need to be thinking about.
Man. What I see, so you got a couple business owners in here. One of them was asking if you're taking new clients, by the way, too. I got to see who that was exactly. They want to know
so am I taking on new clients? It depends on what capacity, right? If you just want a tax preparer, I have a team that can help with that. But I'm actually starting a tax-free living mentorship where people can work with me one-on-one in a group capacity, and we meet every other week, and I give them this type of game, right? I help them save. We're going to help every mentee save about $30,000 to $50,000 in taxes. So if you're interested in that, DM me the word mentee and I'll give you more information because you have to apply to be in the mentorship.
Hey, I love that. You can't just get in. You got to have your shit together. Don't think
I'm not going to get the money if I don't think you can benefit from it. So like, you got to submit the application. So if you're interested in the mentorship, DM me the word mentor and then we can talk about it further.
Okay, cool. And man, like that's a big gem with that expenses. Like as a business owner, I know some of y'all been in business for a while, right? Like you said, the pandemic made it. So let's look at our numbers. What expenses did you have this year that you know you're gonna have next year? I think marketing is one of the greatest ones to prepay for because like you know you're gonna need it.
And it's gonna bring in more money next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially in your business, I know marketing is huge for y'all. So like, look, prepay some of that marketing expenses. If you need new equipment, like I probably spent $5,000 on Black Friday because I knew I needed a new computer, right? I knew I needed some new podcast mics. And I'm paying for these things now because I know it's gonna make me more money in the future.
An investment in your business. That's all it is. And you saving on your taxes. And
then it's a beautiful thing because you're becoming better as a person. Like paying for mentorships, like you're gonna 3, 4, maybe 10x your investment in mentorship. And here's the crazy part: we're not allowed to get a tax deduction for college tuition to go learn from a person who is not doing what they're trying to teach us, right? We're taught to go to college to learn from somebody who is teaching us what they haven't done, and we can't write that off on our taxes. But you mean to tell me I can go learn from Tony Robbins? I can go learn directly from Grant Cardone, pay $10,000 for his mastermind program or whatever, and learn from somebody who's actually doing it and write it off on my taxes at the same time? It's crazy.
Big win. Big win. Crazy. Student loan debt versus tax write-offs.
And but nobody tells us this. Nobody tells us. And it's a shame. And it's a shame.
But that's why we here telling it to y'all right now, because the people in our community need this information. That's why I appreciate brothers like Carter for always putting out consistent good game that we can take advantage of. I mean, shit, bro, just on this live right now, I was just doing the math in my head. You just, like, as a business owner, you gave over $150,000 worth of tax savings. Just like that. Like, that's $150,000 you can keep in your pocket just in 1 year off the information from this live.
Facts. And but like, that's the point, man. I mean, if God blesses you with information, it's up to you to bless other people with it. Don't be the bottleneck in people getting better, right? If you have information and you're being so scarcity mindset to hog all the information to yourself, you're doing yourself and the world a disservice, right? So I'm big on teaching so much because I know I'm blessed with the knowledge, and I know that other people need this as well. So we can take a few questions, bro. Like I think I gave enough for them to, like, I don't want to overwhelm them with information, but I think we can take a few questions, man, if you don't mind.
For sure, yeah, I'd love to. You want to get them on video? Just take them via the, what you call it?
Well, actually, let me do this first. I didn't know if I want to do this or not. But they've been rocking with us, right?
Yo, yeah. Hey, if y'all been rocking with us, let us know. Drop some fire in the comments. Some little blackfish, you know. Carter been dropping gems, bro.
Okay.
I done learned something in this live. Like I said, I gotta go take advantage of this. I gotta talk to my CPA today. I gotta take advantage of this home office thing. I gotta measure that out. I'm in what, like a extend that little desk area, making, you know, knock off 20% of my rent. That's savings,
bro. And feel free to text me if you have any questions about it. But you already know, you get the one-on-one work because you're my homie. But so this is what I'm gonna do. So I did a Black Friday bundle sale when I gave away my top 5 courses and ebooks for $90. So it was like $1,800 worth of stuff for $90, and it ended on Friday night. But what I'm gonna do for 20 people in here, I'm gonna give them an opportunity to get it, and then we can go into Q&A. That sound cool?
Sound good. So the next 20 people,
I'm about to put the website in the comments to get my top.
I'm gonna pin the comment too for everybody. Hey, y'all send this to them 5 people, because look, it's only 20. How many people you got on here? It's 120.
I'm limited to 20 because, like, I give it away. It's like $1,800 worth of stuff for $90. And I did this like for my community text list only. But y'all been rocking with us, so I'm gonna let y'all get it as well. So if you go to taxfreebundle.com, you can pin that comment, and then we can do some Q&A, bro.
Let's get it. Taxfreebundle.com for the next 20 people. You getting $1,800 worth of game for 90. Easy money.
Easy money. So we can take. You want to do questions in the comments?
Yeah, we can do questions in the comments. So I know I did see one a little bit earlier. I'm gonna go back, but y'all start dropping y'all questions in the comments. It was a question pertaining to children in the business. Let me scroll back up. So, can you speak on if taxpayers have a business and children, like what's the likely turnout of that? Because from their understanding, if you can get to zero liability with write-offs, then you can get refundable credits on top of that.
Who asked that question?
The NOLA mompreneur.
The Nolan Mompreneur, hey, she just gave y'all some games. So I'm gonna break down her whole question because that's a phenomenal question. So for number one, I want to preach this because I'm such a fan of this. If you're a couple or you're a single parent and you have a business, bring your kid into the business, right? Because for two reasons. One, it just when a kid sees you being a boss, they want to be a boss too, right? It builds up this boss mindset in their eyes, and I think that's so important on how to raise your kids to be bosses. Secondly, it's important to hire your kids into your business is because you're able to get a tax deduction for hiring your children into your business, and they receive the money tax-free. So I'll break it down for you all real quick. If I have a business and my kid is doing work, whether they're shredding paper, they're cleaning my office, they're handling my social media, right? Whatever they're doing, if they're doing actual work into my business, I can pay my kid a wage, right? I can pay my kid up to $12,500, right? Each kid, $1,500. I, as the business owner, get a $12,500 write-off in my business, and the money goes to that kid tax-free because the standard deduction is going to wipe out all their income. So now, instead of me paying for my kids' education out of pocket, paying for their clothes out of pocket, I'm going to pay them for my business. I'm going to get a tax write-off for them. And then I'm going to use that money, that tax-free money to them to pay for the stuff I'm paying for them anyway, right? Mm-hmm. I can now buy their clothes, shoes, whatever. But more importantly, now that your kid has earned income, you can now open up them a Roth IRA and start for them.
And put $6,000 away tax-free for them.
Exactly. So not only do they receive the money tax-free, you can now invest that money for them, and that money will grow for them tax-free. So this is how you take money out of the business, funnel it to your kids, and then funnel it to their investment account, right? And so I see a lot of people saying, well, age, I recommend, this is my Carter Cofield CPA recommendation, they be between the ages of 7 and 17. Because under 7 years old, it's really hard for them to be doing actual work in the business, right? Mm-hmm. Once they turn over 17, the tax rules change because they're now an adult, right? So the sweet spot is age 7 to 17. Okay, 7 to 17. If you grab the bundle, I have a section in my ebook about this as well, so you can learn more about it. And if you get the bundle in the lab, put got it in the comments. I want to give you a quick shout out for investing in yourself.
My brother Reggie Calhoun Jr. He grabbed it. He said he dropped it in there. He snagged the course.
Okay, my man Reggie, I appreciate you. Who was that? Mel? No, I appreciate you, Queen. So that's why I love paying your kids. And then to her other point, if you get your income down to zero, you get these refundable credits. You get the earn income credit and things like that. And then now you're getting refundable, like a bigger tax refund as well for lowering your income.
And then Meek the Zillion that says she if they under 7, you can have a modeling and like shoots and stuff for the business. Free game. There's so much free game. I'm loving it.
And see, it's all about being creative, right? It's all about being creative. If your kid's 6 years old and she's a model for the business, she's on all the flyers and the website, then absolutely. You can pay your kid up to $12,000. Imagine you lower your tax liability. We had a sister on our podcast, Ashley Hamilton. She shared that strategy where she did this last year. Because she has I think it's 20 properties she owns free and clear. So her cash flow was high, bro. And she was like, man, I need to reduce my tax liability. Just like that. She had 2 kids. Saved 24 grand. Now you throw that money, like you just said, that's creating generational wealth. They ain't giving them opportunities later in life, bro. This is what this is all about. Instead of, and I'm gonna be a candid, instead of putting bills in your kid's name, my parents had phone bills in my fucking name when I was a shorty. It's but instead of putting bills in your kid's name, why not set them up for financial security? I did the math on this, bro. And if you do this from your kids age 7 to 17, if you pay them, invest in a Roth IRA and invest it, they'll have $175,000 by the time they turn 18 years old. Tax-free money. So your kid get 18, they got 175K. Talking about setting them up for the future.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
They could pay for their whole college if they want to go there and still got bread left over.
Facts.
From 7 to, that's crazy. And what percent of return?
I did like a 10% return. Because that's
conservative.
That's conservative.
That's conservative.
That's conservative. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. It's just that's what it's about, man. It's about just knowing enough, knowing a lot, and really.
I think you cut out on us again, Carter.
Oh damn! Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did have another question too.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. So, yes, sir. Jalen asking on the BWR podcast page, can you explain the difference between a credit and a deduction? Because I know it get murky there sometimes too. Like a deduction is a write-off, but can we talk about what credits are a little bit more?
Yeah. So deductions are ways to lower your expenses. Let me give you a quick example. If you have a $50,000 tax deduction and your tax rate is 30%, or let's say your tax rate is 50%, you're only actually saving $25K in taxes because you take whatever your deduction amount is times your tax rate, and that's your actual dollar for dollar savings. But credits, on the other hand, they're dollar for dollar like tax savings. So if you have a $2,000 tax credit, it's going to lower your tax bill by $2,000, like period. There's no calculation. So if you had a $5,000 tax bill and then had a $5,000 credit, it wiped out all your tax liability. But if you have, let's say you have a $10,000 deduction, but your tax rate is only 20%, you take the deduction times your tax rate, so that dollar for dollar deduction is only actually $2,000. You know what I'm saying? So credits are better than deductions, but they're just not as easy to come by as tax deductions are.
Got you. Deductions, like you said, they got all these pages that show you how to get these deductions.
Yeah.
Whereas like the credits, you have
it's not as in abundance. Credits aren't as in abundance as tax deductions are, right? But there are some great credits that if you have a kid, you can earn income credit if your income is under a certain amount of money. You can get the American Opportunity Credit if you like your kids in college or something. But like the problem with credits is they have income limits. So the moment you start over $100,000 and you're single, like most of these credits phase out. You know what I'm saying? But most deductions don't have phase outs, which I deal with. They're high income service based business owners. You know what I'm saying?
So with those credits, I did see the question on this one too. Could you speak more on the employee retention tax credit? Because I know that's one that like business owners could take advantage of. That's from the COVID bill, right? The American Rescue Act.
And again, don't quote me word for word on this, but basically that credit is if you retained a certain percentage of your employees during COVID, they're going to give you a credit for doing so. So again, all the tax code is the government wanting you to do things. So the government's like, hey, I don't want you to lay everybody off, because if you lay everybody off, we got to give them unemployment. So the employee retention credit is like, hey, if you keep an X amount of people on staff, we'll give you a tax credit for not laying everybody off, right? So this is a great point to tell people like, yo, the government makes these tax credits and tax deductions based on what they want us to do. So, right. So a perfect example of this is before, meals were only 50% tax deductible. When you went out to eat, business meals only 50%. When the restaurant industry got crushed, they said, okay, we're now going to make business meals 100% tax deductible because they want to put us back in restaurants. You know what I'm saying? So the tax code is always going to follow what the government wants us to do. And so that's why you just have to know, and all you have to do is do it. So the employee retention credit, just don't lay everybody off, and they'll give you credit for it.
Simple. It's simple, but not so simple, but still.
Yeah.
I appreciate that explanation, though.
For sure.
So let's see. I seen another one. Somebody asking, they jumped in late, will this be saved? Yes, this live will be saved for later. I'll be able to access this on the page and watch this replay because Carter dropping too many gems. And then things Ivona says, Carter, your courses are bomb. So yo, if y'all didn't take advantage of this offer yet, y'all go to taxfreebundle.com. I know I've seen a few people say they already hopped on it.
Yeah, no, I have my computer up right here. Let me see. Hold on. So from what my computer's telling me, there's only 5 left. So we said we'll give out 20. I think 15 people got it. So there's only 5 left at this price. Now, you never see me give away $2,000 worth of stuff for $90. But again, this is for me a way to give back to the people that's been supporting me. So again, if y'all want to check that bundle sale out, taxfreebundle.com, get my top 5 stuff for just $90. But more important than that, like, as an aside, I want everybody in here to start investing in yourself. I don't care if you invest money with me. I don't need your money. I'm fine financially. But you need to start investing in something, because my life changed, bro. I swear I cannot, like, no cap. My life changed so much once I started investing in myself, because I started to value myself more, right? Like, if I pay $10,000 for coaching, and I can now charge somebody, I have the mindset or the confidence to charge somebody $10K, because I believe I'm worth it now, because I paid it, right? So I just can't stress that value of people investing in themselves, because it makes you believe that you're a more valuable person, and therefore you can charge more for your services.
And I just kind of want to piggyback on that, like with that investing in yourself, because like I think too often we're willing to invest in things that entertain us, or things that like may make us feel good for a short period of time, like, you know, go buy a bunch of designer or things like that. But those type of investments, like you're saying, those are the ones that's really going to elevate your self-worth. Like, you looking at this as like, this is truly an investment in myself, not an investment in my appearance, not an investment in keeping me laughing and joked up. This is something that's going to make me better as an individual. I think, like, as a community, we need to adopt that mentality more, because I know you know it too. Niggas quick to call shit a scam, bro. We quick to be like, oh man, this shit don't work. Oh man, this nigga lying. And it's like, bro, you didn't even take the opportunity. You didn't go read no information. You ain't try to take no action on it. You ain't even go try to vet and figure out if they doing what they said they did. You just instantly assume that this shit don't work, because it's a mindset thing.
Hey, you know what scam stands for? Scam stands for still confused about money. Okay? Scam stands for still confused about money. So when people say everything's a scam, I feel like they still confused about how money works, because money follows value. If you can make yourself a more valuable person, then money will follow you. So buying courses, buying education increases your value. So my mentor says, yeah, bro, scam stands for people that still confused about money. So I don't bother with them. So I'm like, that's real.
It's real shit, man. Because like people, that should be driving me, bro. I be seeing that on like on the internet. I was like, people that I know personally, like, bro, they doing this shit. Like, they showing people how to make money. They making money themselves doing this. And they just showing people the game, and somebody like, oh, all they do is make money selling courses. Oh man, they don't do this for real. It's like, bro, you don't even know, bro. Like, you just
Right.
have this mindset of, oh, this can't work for me. But I guarantee you, those same people, they're the same ones that go like run, and they'll spend money for entertainment in a heartbeat. $200 conference, that's too much money. But VIP tickets to that concert, oh, I'm in that bitch, you know?
It's real. And like, bro, I love that you brought this up. It's like we in our community, we need to understand this, and we need to lean into this more, because like we're taught like getting rich quick is a scam. Like finding a way to make a lot of money in a short amount of time is a scam. But nobody ever gave us the warning about getting rich slow, right? Like, I don't want to get rich slow. I want to get rich as fast as possible. So I'm going to buy whatever information I can get to get me there, right? And like, we've been constructed to say, hey, go. And I went to college. I went to college for 5 years, got my master's degree, undergrad degree. I can promise everybody in this lab, I've learned more in the past year than I learned in my 5 years of colleges together for a fraction of the cost. Because we're taught to go pay $150,000 for school to maybe get a job that's paying us $60K, to then have to spend all our time paying student loans back. But nobody wants to talk about that being a scam. But somebody selling a course for $300 or $500 or $1,000, are they just scamming people? Like, it's tough the way some people think, but that's why you have to make sure your circle is not filled with cancerous people like that, because they'll throw you off.
That's a big jump.
Your circle is everything.
That's a big gem. As we said at the beginning of this live, whenever we got on here, if you as a business owner, you couldn't send this live to 5 people, you need to look at your circle. You need to reevaluate who you hanging around with, because your circle may be a cage if you ain't got people that's of a forward-thinking mindset that's really going to help uplift and move you toward that. University is the biggest scam. You know how I know university is the biggest scam? You a CPA, so I know like it's not like one of the things like, oh man, you can't just become a CPA without going to college, right?
Right.
One of the things for me, like I was a biology major. I graduated college. I do Black Wealth Renaissance now, right? Social media marketing. I do events. I do what else? We do online education, financial literacy education.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with my college degree. When I graduated from school, luckily I didn't have to get a bunch of student loans while I was there. But like the fact that you can come out of this, and this is not just my story. This is a lot of people's story. You can come out of this 4 years with a degree in debt. And most of my friends, we don't even do what the fuck our field was in. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like to think that this is still the only route, this archaic method, we gotta understand and recognize that times have changed, and like the value is really going back into the hands of people who really do things, not teachers who tell you how to do things they're not doing.
Right. I only want to spend money with people who are doing what they say they are doing, right? And the money is shifting from universities, and we're living a beautiful time that now we can teach each other. And I love learning people who look like me. Like, no offense to anybody who doesn't look like me. I resonate with people who look like me. So I want to pay people who look like me to teach me the things I want to develop myself. And it also makes us, like, entrepreneurs are the new superheroes in the Black community, right? So now...
Hey, say that shit again, because they need to hear that.
No, facts. Entrepreneurs are the new superheroes in the Black community. You don't have to dribble a ball. You don't have to rap. I know entrepreneurs making more than NBA athletes on the reg. You know what I'm saying? And
retweet.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful thing, because now we all have a chance at doing something great, at becoming somebody great. All you got to do is put in the work. You know what I'm saying? And if you put in the work, you'll be good.
Love it. I love it. So, Carter, brother, let me know, are there still any tax-free bundles left for our people, man? If y'all ain't hop up on all these, man, y'all missing out. This is $2,000 in the game. If y'all missed the first part of this live, he gave you over $150,000 worth of tax savings just with 3 tips. And then we gave y'all a couple more gems from people in the comments. So yeah. I'm already knowing them top 5 ways in that ebook. So it's not top 5 ways, it's top 5 courses, y'all. Yeah. This is 5 courses for $90.
It's honestly insane. And like, I'm taking it down after today because like it's honestly insane. Again, I'm here to help people because, like, you know, again, without people support, I'm nobody. So I love to give back. Yeah, bro. First of all, I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to hop on your platform. Again,
I appreciate it as always, man. It's always great talking with you. I always learn something. So I love having you on.
I love it, bro. I love it, bro. I ain't gonna hold you too long. I know you just got back. You probably just rushed in the house. But again, I appreciate it, man. If y'all have any questions, shoot me a DM. I do respond to my DMs. And bro, if you have any questions right now at your home office, just text me. You got my number, and it's lit.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, y'all make sure y'all hit that little white arrow at the top and follow Carter if y'all haven't. And yeah, man, Carter, once again, brother, appreciate you coming on, man. If y'all found some value at this live, man, y'all say that. Oh, and Jalen, he asking if you could do something for BWR Academy, Carter. I see he going crazy. Like, I need the BWR Academy class.
I of course. Let me know what I need to do, bro. You already know I'm all about collaboration, bro. So let me know.
I'm gonna shoot you a text and we'll work on that. We'll get that all together.
Let's do it, bro.
All right, my brother. Peace.
Peace.
Hey. Much love to my brother Carter Cofield. If y'all enjoyed this live, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all drop them gems. If y'all learned some good shit, man, y'all tune into the Black Wealth Renaissance podcast. We interview amazing entrepreneurs like my brother Carter and so many other amazing Black entrepreneurs every day. You get to really learn their story, get to learn how they got to where they are, and catch some real gems that you can apply to your life or business and your investment. That your investing principles, your investment strategy that you can use to really grow. So I appreciate everybody tuning in. Once again, it's your boy David Bellard. with the Black Wealth Renaissance. If you want to catch this live.